Okay, David Wood, what do you have for us?
In the Quran, Allah says that He's the one who will judge the world.
Okay, that's Quran chapter 22, verse number 56. So do we have equivalence in the Bible?
In the New Testament, Jesus says that He's the one who will judge the world.
Oh, okay. I greet you once again, beloved, and I welcome you to Lost in Media. My name is Butcher Steven. Yes, I've always been telling you to take a good look of whatever you're getting over here. Make sure to consider everything you're getting over here. Take your pen, take your book, and make sure to note down certain stuffs, because there's actually going to be a time you're no more going to see me here. And surely that's life. All we get from that's life is actually going to happen. So make sure to take everything we're doing over here very serious. All we get to me, take everything we're doing over here very serious. Yes, David Wood, we actually reacted on a program that went on by David Wood. He was actually saying that yes, Muslims do try their possible best to ask some question that would put Christians off and would choke them, so they cannot be able to always be saying that Jesus Christ is God or something like that. And they have some questions they've been trained to ask from Ahmed Didat and also Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik keeps on asking this question: give me one unequivocal statement or one unambiguous statement where Jesus Christ said that I am God, thus worship me. They actually want something like that. Jesus Christ explicitly and implicitly saying in the Bible somewhere that I am God, thus worship me. They don't want to believe that indeed action speaks louder than words. Whenever action speaks, words are silent and all that. So they don't want anything like that. Okay, they want to leave no room for doubt. Well, we're going to David Wood again by a quick break and we're returning. Okay, David Wood, what do you have for us?
In the Quran, Allah says that He's the one who will judge the world.
Okay, that's Quran chapter 22, verse number 56. So do we have equivalence in the Bible?
In the New Testament, Jesus says that He's the one who will judge the world.
Oh, okay. Yes, it is true, because in the Quran, Allah, the Muslim says that He is the Malik al-Amlak, Malik Yawmiddin, Master of Judgment Day. Malik al-Amlak, that is King of Kings. All we get through me. And yes, in the Bible too, Matthew 22, verse 32, says that Jesus Christ said that He is the one that is going to judge the whole world. You understand that? And even the Quran supports this idea that Jesus Christ is actually going to judge the whole of mankind. Yes, and in that Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith number 2222, the Quran actually says that Muhammad said that even his soul rests in the arm of Jesus Christ. So if your soul rests in the arm of somebody, really mean he can at any point in time crush you. Well, what next do you have for us?
In the Quran, Allah says that He's the one who will raise the dead at the resurrection.
Oh, okay. He's the one that is going to raise the dead. What about Jesus Christ?
In the New Testament, Jesus says that He's the one who will raise the dead at the resurrection.
Okay, that was Quran 22, verse number 7. And also here is John 5, verse 25 through 29, where Jesus Christ also said that the dead are going to hear His voice and they are going to rise from their grave. Oh, wow. So it really means that Jesus is equivalent to Allah of the Quran. Okay, Allah is equivalent. So these qualities or these attributes are being ascribed to Allah, and that's really mean that Muslims are actually mimicking what actually is in the Bible, and it's Jesus Christ who is having all these qualities. Thus, if Allah is having the same qualities as Jesus Christ, or Jesus is having the same qualities as Allah, really mean that Allah is equivalent to Jesus Christ. Thus, if we worship Him as God, yes, He's equivalent to your Allah. So why can't we worship Him as God? He's God. Well, what next?
Over and over again, Jesus makes claims that even according to the Quran, only God can truly make.
Okay, yes, over and over again, yes, Jesus makes claims, yes, that even according to the Quran, only God can truly make. It is very true. It is very true. Jesus raising the dead, creating a bed out of mud and all that, okay, life bed and all these the qualities or characteristics of God. And Muslims, or the Quran says that creation is the creation is the what is it? Allah is the creator, and it's one of his characters, and no one can ever do that with the exception of only God, the supreme being. So if Jesus was able to create or to bring something, bring life into existence, it really means that Jesus Christ is God, because God doesn't share his glory with anybody, so he wouldn't have actually allowed Jesus Christ to do something that would make him equivalent, or that would equate or equalize himself to him. Okay, what next?
What do Muslims conclude from all of this?
That's what we all want to hear. What do they conclude from all of this?
They conclude that Jesus was only claiming to be a prophet.
A person being able to raise the dead, he called himself the first and the last, and surely he died, and he actually was buried, and surely he resurrected back to life. Yes, even the Quran says so. The Quran says Jesus Christ is alive. He's in the same throne with Allah. Okay, that's Surah Al-Nisa, ayah 157, where the Muslims stipulate that, or where the Quran stipulates that Jesus Christ actually wasn't put to death, nor was he crucified. Okay, Isa ibn Maryam Rasulullahi wa ma qataluhu wa ma salabuhu walakin shubbiha lahum. That's what the Quran says. And if you go to Quran chapter 4, verse number 58, I always say this over here. The Quran says that Baru rafahullahu ilayya. The Quran says that indeed Jesus Christ is with Allah. Okay, he was taken up and closer to Allah. So where Allah is where Jesus Christ is found. You get that? So this really means that he's God, because Jesus is above creation. Allah is above creation. Okay, and if Jesus is with Allah on the same throne, it really means that he is above creation, and that makes him God. He's not in any of the seven heavens of Islam. He is in the actual abode of Allah. That really means that he is God. Okay, what next, David Wood?
The central and sole miracle of Islam is the miracle of reinterpretation.
Yes, Muslims fancy massaging Quranic passages and biblical passages as well. Do you understand? Yes, Muslims, whenever they encounter the idea that what is being discovered in the Quran is actually going to tarnish the image of their prophet, or is actually going to dismantle their religion, they try their possible best to find a way to protect Islamic Orthodoxy. That's exactly what Zakir Naik did that and co had been doing. I'll be getting with me, and he had and has been doing, because some of them are extinct or are no longer living with us, and some of them are living. That's why I put it that way. I'll be getting with me. So that's exactly what they do. They try their possible best to massage Quranic and biblical passages or verses so as to be able to protect Islamic Orthodoxy. So that is the only miracle in Islam, miracle of reinterpretation. So we're actually going to have that kind of idea in the third section. David Wood is actually going to help us with that. Well, let's watch this and we return. We close.
But Muslims don't just reinterpret the words of Jesus, they reinterpret the words of their own God and their own prophet.
Okay, they don't just reinterpret the words of Jesus, but their own Allah and also their own prophet. Well, how do they do this? We are ending up here, and surely we are returning in the next section. And in the next section, we're actually going to discover how Muslims reinterpret several stuffs or several passages in the Bible and also in the Quran. Because whenever they think if they don't lie, or they don't create or employ taqiyya, it really means they actually going to lost their religion. They try their possible best to do that so as to protect Islamic Orthodoxy. So lies are acceptable in Islam because Allah is deemed to be the best of all deceivers, the quality that Satan has. According to Quran chapter 3, verse number 54, Allah is the best of all deceivers. We ended up here and we continue some other time.